Hello, good morning. It's Tuesday the 28th. I'm FX Blue and this is the morning brief. So a year ago, not many of us had heard of Rishi Sunak, but as we head into the 5th month of lockdown, he's pretty much a household name. His current challenge is how to balance the books, and apparently he's considering an online sales tax, which will help fill the government coffers from online retailers who are currently avoiding high street rents and business rates. Not to mention, of course, appeasing those critical of Amazon's tax regime. With the VAT cuts in place to help brick and mortar retailers, this could help online and the high street retailing compete on a more level playing field. Meanwhile, the sterling rally continues, even if it's rather subject to the dollar's performance, and we look pretty well entrenched over the 128 level now. Yesterday we touched a high of 129.02, but it's not the same story against the euro though. Sterling is struggling as the euro continues to ride high from the pandemic relief fund. We saw a low of 109.30 against the euro yesterday. Over in the US, we're still waiting for confirmation of the next support package, and the rumour mill has really ramped up. Expectation is that we might see a one-off cheque for $1,200 posted out to help ensure that retail spending remains buoyant. However, that $600 weekly payment was considered overly generous, and Republican members of Congress felt that workers weren't being incentivized to go out and find new jobs. So we could see that cut, possibly even down to $300 a week. The Fed is expected to announce further liquidity measures tomorrow. Putting a federal guarantee on business loans will hopefully enable employers to take on more workers, and depending on the uptake there, it could mean that we're in for a pretty fruity non-farm sweepstake in September. Stay tuned for that one. Meanwhile, the dollar index continued the recent fall, and we closed yesterday around 93.60. In the Eurozone, the outlook for Spain isn't so rosy. Their economy needed to be a major recipient of the pandemic relief fund before any second wave. But with 8,500 new infections in a fortnight, the reaction there may not stop at the UK, who have imposed a quarantine for those returning from Spain. It'd be a bit of a catastrophe for their economy if they lose a summer, so let's hope they get it all under control, so you can still large it in Magaluf or get off your chops in Ibiza. Fingers crossed for you, party animals. Euro dollar is yet to react to the Spanish woes, and the rally continued yesterday. We touched a high of 117.80, pulling back before the close, and we open again today around 117.30. Right, that's it from me. Join me again tomorrow and have a wonderful day. All the best.
If you do not have a clue, then just tweet through and ask FX Blue.